everybody. It's July. It is World Watercolor Month. It's also my birthday month. I thought it would be really fun to challenge myself to do a watercolor every day in July. I missed yesterday because I had a writing deadline and I needed to finish that up. But today we are going to do a piece that is inspired by my favorite watercolor teacher online is Diane Antonne. So let's just kind of jump in here. I'm using a travel palette. It is rather polluted, as you can see, but it is a lot of fun to use because the colors are polluted. I know that that sounds kind of counterintuitive, but it really does work for me. And I'll show you how well it works. I also did a little bit of swatching with this palette, but this is an old swatch. I did that a while back. I'm using a Canson cold press 140-pound watercolor sketchbook that I got on Amazon. This is 5.5 by 8.5. I wish that I had gotten something a little bit bigger, but I did not. So I am using what I have. You guys know how much I love to do that. I've got a Derwent water brush number 2 as well as a Derwent number 1 water brush. These water brushes, I mean, look at them. They are super, super old. I did buy new water brushes, but haven't even taken them out of the package yet. I'm a minimalist. You guys know that. I'm using a black Posca. I've got a white Posca here. This is my favorite tool in the whole entire wide world. This is a Sharpie permanent marker. It is an ultra fine, you guys. If you go to Dollar General, they have these for $1 in their stationery section. I usually buy like 5 at a time. I absolutely love them. This is a Jelly Roll 10. It's from Sakura, and it is of course made in Japan. I am about at the end of this. I did buy 3 of these and I'll switch out when I am done with this one. So 4 mark making pens, a couple of brushes. I'll show you kind of what I've done in here if you'd like to see that. This is a piece that I did, again, inspired by Diane Antonne, and I will put a link in the description box below so you can check her out. This is just a sketch for a piece. This is a piece that I finished June 30th. I'm going to let this be the July 1st piece since I missed yesterday. And this is also another one that I did June 30th, but I'm going to be doing some pen work on this. But I thought we would paint our surface first. I want to, you know what, I'm thinking that I maybe fun and easy watercolor doodles. Unleash your creativity. Okay. Fun and easy watercolor doodles, unleash your creativity is Diane's video to follow, and I would strongly suggest that you follow Diane. She support her at Patreon, give her thanks on YouTube. She and her daughter Tamsin have she got me out of my doldrums, basically. I really do appreciate people who are cheerful and funny and at the same time super, super real. I know this is a watercolor brush, but I just dipped it in a little bit of water over here because you guys know that I have like hand issues, and it sometimes it hurts to just squeeze this bulb up here, you know, and get water right here. All right. Diane's suggestion, anytime you get ready to paint anything, yes, I know, it's super polluted right there, is to start at the left-hand side of the page and then work this way. And that suggestion has just, I will tell you guys, it's meant everything to me. It has helped me with the composition of my pieces. It's helped me with placement, and it's just been a very influential suggestion, a teaching by Miss Diane. Okay, I think what we'll do here is we'll just do some orange. We're just doing circles, and then you'll see what happens with those circles. Not being so fussy about it. I am just going to kind of do this and this and this. And I've used a little bit of orange. Diane also suggests that if you do 3 of a color, do 3 of the next color. And that, again, you know, was like life-changing. You can see how I'm not squeezing my water brush very much. Again, you know, hurtsy, so that's why I'm doing that. So I've got 1, 2, I'm going to put one right here, like that. It's best to not fiddle with this too much. That's what Diane says, so that's what I do. I'm using a little bit, this is like a mustardy yellow, but I'm mixing it with that orange. If you are a watercolorist, you will probably be horrified at what I do with a palette. But you know what? I'm always surprised. And when you get to be my age and you can experience a level of surprise, then it makes you real happy. I will be 65 in July. Arrgh. You know, that's just like, okay, a lot of people, this is how I'm thinking about it. A lot of people don't make it to 65. I have so many friends that did not make it to 65 that I'm grateful that I'm here. I'm grateful that my children are here. I'm grateful that Chris is here. I'm grateful that my dogs are here. I'm grateful that I can paint, that I can see, that I have ears to hear. I'm trying to really focus on an attitude of extreme gratitude while I approach this age. I wanted to give you a wee hint here. This is the next color that I plan to use. Ain't that pretty? I use a napkin to kind of dab off my brush, and I wanted to show you how pretty this is turning out. I think that I'm going to use this for a collage piece, maybe do a watercolor collage piece. I think that that would be like a lot of fun. I'm going to stand up for just a minute to make sure that we are in frame here. Diane says to vary the size of your circles. She said that's, it's a lot of fun to do that. I think I'm going to put one right here. All right, now we've got kind of the thing going, with our different colors. I'm going to just kind of scooch this around. If you guys will remember that Shannon Green did something like this, it's really fun to just kind of experiment with the colors that you have. Again, I'm kind of swatching and looking over here. This will become an art trading card that goes in the creative art journals that we're making now in the old studio. So there we go. I think I'm pretty much kind of done with my circles. Now I want to go super light. That's about right. These are going to turn into leaves. So I'm going to do one here. Do one here, one up here. This is when I really did not think about the size of this book. I should have gotten something a little bit bigger, but I will tell you that I take this downstairs and kind of work in it in the morning over coffee. It does, it does work for me. As far as like a travel-ish palette going, maybe one more right here. Circles are soothing. I'm Indian, And to me, circles, remind me of the wheel of life, the circular nature of life, where you get older all of a sudden and you can't believe it. Okay, let's do just some yellow leaves like this. I'll kind of pull down a few stems, but not on everything. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to pick up my little Derwent #1 watercolor brush, and we're going to add in some hearts because it's just fun. I'm going to take this red here and kind of just scooch in some hearts. I am so lucky today because my right hand is not shaking like a leaf, and I just feel truly extremely grateful that I can be here with you guys and show you how to do something and be able to trust my hands to not shake so bad. I think that white space is really interesting, so you'll notice that I do not color this in, like a coloring book piece. I do leave a lot of white space. When I wrote songs, we really did rely on that empty white space, in songwriting, because it was always super interesting because you encourage the listener to use their imagination, right? It's always just, interesting and fun to write songs that are, probably uncomplicated, right? Next thing I want to do is I want to pick up a little bit of this orange, a little bit of red. I'm going to do a series of dots, and I'm going to do 5 dots. Another brilliant Diane idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I see those, I know they're tiny, y'all, but I'm hoping you can see them. I only have my filming lights on today. It's already like 90 degrees up here. Again, it's something almost hypnotic to add these, just something so simple, right? I mean, just something so easy, so simple. And that's another reason to love Diane. She really just has this way of stripping things down and simplifying things where literally, guys, you can pick up a brush and just start. It's very refreshing. All right, I think I've got enough with that. The next thing I want to do here is I want to put stems on these. You don't have to make flowers. You can make them into some sort of, this is truly abstract. So you can ditch the stems and just make these awesome abstract circles, which would be super cool. I do like to turn these into flowers. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of this darkish green, which I've of course polluted with other things. And I'm going to show you another trick that Diane suggested. Pulling your paint down like this, it doesn't work for me. So I want to show you what she did one day, and it was like, holy cow, man, that is super cool. She just turned the sketchbook and she did it at an angle, which I was like, oh my gosh, because, you know, shaky hand here. And, you know, that's irksome, right? You can just get the lines, you know, a little bit straighter. You know, it's kind of pointless to try and make it perfect. I'm just not into perfection. I am into having fun and being easy and being simple and trying to embrace the moment instead of making things perfect. I've never bought into that perfection thing. I think if you're doing perfection, then you are risking neglection. You know, if you're risking neglection, then you aren't going to do anything, right? So perfection, neglection. Okay, we're still going to work with this number 1, and I'm going to put some leaves in here. I'm going to switch up the color a little bit. And there's already a leaf there, which is nice. And just kind of, I know that green is a little bright. Another tip from Diane, everything draws a little darker. So even though that does seem a wee bright, it will draw darker. With these, we're just going to put some little dots right here. 1, 2, 3 dots. We've already got red dots going on up there. That was a really happy accident. I watched the Bob Ross documentary on Netflix. Almost wish I had not watched it. I did not know all of the surreptitiousness that went on in that theater. Not Bob Ross, the people that surrounded him. It's a wee bit of a heartbreaker. It was a really good documentary, but it was, like I said, it was a wee bit of a heartbreaker as well. All right, you'll notice that I did not put stems on all of these circles, right? I just put stems on some of them. I'm kind of checking out to see if there's anything else I want to add before we start embellishing, and I'm not seeing anything just right off the bat. I'm going to put my watercolor brushes away. I'm waiting on this to dry, and while I'm waiting on this to dry, I wanted to show you my cheat sheet that I use when I do mark making. When I start mark making, my mind goes blank. So I put together, this is what I do in the morning for my warm-ups before, you know, either before I start work or before I start painting or whatever. I am doing a series of birds now, so do be watching for that. Another Diane Antonne. This one's called Calm Down with Intuitive Doodles and Mark Making over top of watercolor. Love the way that these are coming out. Another Diane Antonne tutorial. This one is transform a page of random shapes into a gorgeous watercolor flower. This was a complete abstract, and that was a lot of fun as well. All right, we are getting there. Hang on. Just show you more. I love watercolor in the morning because it really does, really does start my day off in a positive way. So this is my cheat sheet. And you can see all of the different doodles that I have made, all of my mark making on this cheat sheet. It is really, really fun to do this project. All you do is just swatch out some watercolor, right? And then you've got a sweet cheat sheet. I think our piece is probably dry. Like I said, it's way hot up here. I'm going to set this to the side so we can start embellishing the piece that we just did. Like I said, I've got my cheat sheet over here. The first thing that I like to do when I'm embellishing, and I'm only using 4 mark making tools right here. I need a drink, hold on. Oh, so thirsty. So I have my 2 Posca pens, I have a Jelly Roll, and I have a Sharpie. What we're going to do first is we're just going to take off. We're just going to do it. It's very therapeutic for me to do things like this. I love it. It makes me feel good. I think what I'm going to do up here is just add, I'm kind of in love with the curly Q thing, so you'll see me using a lot of that. It's the simplicity of the whole thing that I absolutely adore. And it's not just me who likes it. Everybody who does it loves it. It's just so much fun. You'll notice that the leaves are, we're not outlining, you know? We're just doing whatever captures our little fancy out here. Shake is back. The shake is back, and it's okay. Because honestly, those staggered lawns look really cool. All right, so this is our first big one. Let's do this, and then let's do this, and then let's do this part here with some bubbles. I think that's a lot of fun. I don't know a whole lot about World Watercolor Month, and I hope that I will learn about it over the month of July. I'm just doing a lawn with some blocks. That's fun. Fun being the operative word here. We should be, focused on fun, because the world is often not fun. I remember when I was growing up, summertime, and what a blast we had in the summertime. We didn't have video games, and we didn't have this, and we didn't have that. We had, we would make hideouts in the woods, and I mean, seriously, you did not, you got put out barefoot in the morning with the don't come home till the street light's on kind of direction for your day. So it was always, always having adventures, man, and just having fun. I remember my friend Ellen and I spent one summer watching our neighbor rebuild his Mustang. That was like super high entertainment, y'all. Let's go watch Ronnie do his Mustang today. And that's what we did. I really like this one. You're just kind of doodling some things in here. Kind of like a fern. I have these ferns growing outside in my little herb garden. They're really pretty, and they grow up through the, I have a brick sidewalk, and they grow up through the bricks in the sidewalk. It's very inspiring, to say the least. The spiral is my best friend, aside from my beagle dog Mia and the whole wide world. I love doing the spiral. Let's see what else we see. Oh, I like this one too. Spiral, spiral, spiral. So spiral, only half right there. And then we're going to finish this off with bubbles, circles, whatever you want to call them. I really encourage you guys to, I wanted to show you this too. So this is a watercolor palette that I use a lot. This is from Dollar General. It's $6. It's a really good watercolor palette. I do love me some Dollar General. They've really got great art supplies. Let's see. Let me do a little line around here. So I've got some spirals going on. While I'm thinking about other stuff, I want to do my hearts. You can see that we are way off the mark here, right? And I like to put some spirals on my hearts as well. You can see these sketchy lines. I'm holding my arm, so I'm not shaking too bad. My shakiness has nothing to do with anything except that that I was a guitar player for years and years and years, and then I started making books, and that required just a lot of cutting, a lot of scissor cutting and things like that. So, you know, nothing nothing big. It's just like, you know, that's just how it is. It's not really that big a deal. And it's really helpful if you have that problem and you can kind of just hang on to your arm with your other hand. It works for me, which I was really happy about. All right, I'm going to do this. And then we are going to do a little spiral right here. Like I said, I'm kind of in love with these wiggly, squiggly lines. I hope by now you've picked up a watercolor palette, or you've picked up some acrylic, and you're joining in the fun, my dear friends. Some of these I am not going to finish. I'm just going to leave them like they are. Like that one. And I think this one, I'm going to leave this one like it is. I do need to do something here. I'm going to do this. And I am consulting my my cheat sheet. I'm adding to my cheat sheet almost daily. If you really pay attention, y'all, there are these geometric doodles in everything. I see them in my rug. I see them in just designs. I see them in books. I see them graphics. they're like just everywhere. They're everywhere. And if you really start paying attention to where they are, and you have a little book that you can go, oh, look, there's one, and write it, and, you know, kind of make a little note of it. It's really quite intriguing. It is quite the thing. Okay, I think I'm going to do this. I really like this design, and you can you know, you can do those circles really tightly, or you can kind of let them be loose and fluid. I do like I like loose and fluid, and I think with this one, I'm gonna do this. I'm going to come in with the white pen and do a little bit of, you know, more mark making. Right, let's see some leaves that need to be finished up. There's a leaf right here that needs some love. Needs some love and attention. I think with this one, I want to do something like this. I also like doodling kind of on the edge, so I think we'll do, you know, outside of this proper space that we got going on here. So we're going to do this, and then we're going to just do that. Doesn't all have to be the same. Oh look, that plant has two different kind of leaves on it. Why, yes it does, and they're two completely different colors. Why, yes it does, because it's my plant, and I can do whatever I want. This is called modern watercolor. It is not traditional watercolor. My friend Catherine does, oh my gosh, I mean, like, she does pieces where you feel like you're there, you know, like a beachscape or a mountainscape, or, I mean, it's like, she is amazing. So beautiful. All right, so we're gonna put some of those in. I'm kind of checking my time, y'all. Don't want to keep you too long today. Let's do another spiral here. I really would appreciate, you know, if you found this helpful, then a thanks would be super cool. And I have a PayPal link too that I'll put in the description box below. You can come and be my patron over at Patreon. I'll put all of those things in the description box, as well as links to Diane. She lives in Brittany. She is funny. She's witty. She's super smart. She has a lot of wisdom. She is oftentimes irreverent, and I love that about her. She's just like, I tell you guys, she has cheered me up since April. She's just, you know, she's just remarkable. Just a remarkable artist. Tamsin, her daughter, does like the website and all the web work and things like that. Diane has a beautiful website, as well as you can download sketches for her videos that are phenomenal. So, you know, if you're uncomfortable with just kind of putting some paint onto paper, you can download her sketches and see what she's got going on with her sketches. Her sketches are absolutely incredible. And you know, sometimes you just need that little jump start, right? You know, you just need to. And the sketches are free. I highly suggest you, you know, you tip her. And there is a place for that. I mean, who does things like that? It's just so sweet and so kind to, you know, to offer us that option. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up here with these. I'm just drawing them in, kind of just wonky lining around the I was really like upset that I had to stop making journals for a year, a little over a year, because of my hand issues. I have not said a lot about that, but basically between COVID and shingles and shingles left me with post-traumatic nerve disorder. So I still, at times, especially when I'm stressed, I feel like the shingle pain comes back. No, I'm not taking medicine. They suggested that I take an antidepressant, and I'm like, nope, dude, I'm just gonna live with that. You know, sometimes you just gotta live with stuff, right? So I just live with it. All right, we've got one more to do right here. La 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 la. I like this. I like this little design right here. Need a little flower. But all of those things like worked to really, you know, they just circumvented everything I was doing. So, you know, COVID just knocked me off the planet. Not just having COVID, but, you know, the whole, took a really long time to recover from that. And then when I was feeling better, I got shingles. So it's like, you know, God was going, hey, we're just going to give you everything right here for a little bit, which was okay. That's how it goes sometimes. Whew, that one got willy wiggly. All right, let's pick up our gel pen. I do like erg, you know, I kind of want to put a little line right there. Ooh, there we go. I just felt like he needed something there. He needs some love. There we go. All right, dude, you look better. All right, now we're just going to pick up the gel pen and just do some quick work, y'all. I'll do more of this. I'll do a whole like video if you guys are interested in just pen work. Just you know, we'll take an already finished painted piece and do some pen work on it. But right now I'm hoarse and I'm having a lot of shaky, and it's kind of hard to get things done, and it's 90 degrees in my office. So not a lot of pen work going on. But you can see how that just kind of jazzes things up, right? Kind of love it. I think I'm going to do that one too. I think I also want to kind of add Just a wee dot in these deconstructed petals here. That's fun. I do want to add some of my, well, these aren't mine, but they make me so happy. They absolutely make me happy. There's something about, they remind me of Dr. Seuss. I don't know why, but I kind of feel that Seuss vibe. Do y'all feel it? Something very happy and satisfying about that. All right, guys, we're just going to stop right there today. It is World Watercolor Month, the whole month of July. I hope that you will get out either some watercolor or, acrylic or just something to put some color on a paper. If you don't have anything like that, by golly, just get yourself some crayons and have at it. Go through your kids' art supplies and get some markers out. Do your own thing. Always do your own thing, my dear friends. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your feedback. I really, really love it when you guys leave comments. So please do leave a comment below. And I will talk to you soon. Thanks a bunch, y'all. See you later. Bye.